And all I hear about is this fight that just happened this weekend. And the dude with the big old eyeball. And everybody crying about it. People are upset because there was a UFC fight. There was an MMA fight. And one of the dudes got a big boo-boo. It has wreaked havoc in the MMA community. And it's not like it is a lot of the time where there's just some annoying, stop the fight, where there's just some annoying commentators talking about it. Some annoying analysts because they work for Disney or whatever and they got to keep that family friendly, whatever. I'm talking about fans. I'm talking about people on Twitter. We have these dudes fighting. We're paying to watch them fight. And we're crying about a boo-boo. I've been seeing nothing but articles and John Anik crying about fighter safety. It didn't even feel, I had a problem even having that come out my mouth. I almost malfunctioned a little bit trying to say fighter safety. Because I realized, because I care a lot about language, you know? And I realized when I said fighter safety that it was an oxymoron. How could there be such a thing as fighter safety by the nature of what you're doing? Just by the simple fact that you're a fighter. How could there be any assumed safety? It doesn't make any sense. And John Anik specifically talking about what could we do? What could be done? What could be done about fighter safety? Well, John Anik, I guess he could just not fight anymore. That's probably the easiest thing. But what can we do, Kenny Florian? What can we do about fighter safety? Well, I guess we could just have him not fight. Even our BMF strap. Our BMF, has anybody ever thought about like the origins of the BMF strap? It's supposed to be like the hardcore match of the UFC. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, man, that makes me sad. Because I don't even think WWE today, do they even have the hardcore match anymore? They can't even use chairs anymore. I can't imagine there's hardcore matches anymore. Those of you that are watching WWE today, I mean, you missed out on the glory days. From what I hear, it is just really, really watered down now. It's basically UFC. But my understanding was that the BMF is supposed to be like the UFC's version of the hardcore match. Just all out. It's just a dogfight. Just dirty. Just blood. Just bleed. Fractures. Broken bones. That's what we want. That's what we're here for. And the first ever, the inaugural BMF championship, it was stopped by a doctor. The first ever BMF championship and everything that's supposed to represent, it was ended by doctor stoppage. Very, very, very anticlimactic. Jorge Masvidal ended up walking away as a paper champion because Nate Diaz didn't lose. He didn't give up. And Nate Diaz walked away having to pay a copay. Just the whole, both fighters and the whole community just burned all at the same time by some stupid doctor trying to run advertisements for his practice. Jairo, joining the UFC thinking about your safety. There's how many jobs in the world and you pick the one where you could get an arm snapped and you want safety? That's what I'm talking about, Jairo. Not that long ago, we were all making fun of Dan Hardy. Lost, you probably forgot his name. He's the dude. Stop the fight. He's the host of the podcast Full Reptile Dysfunction. You can find it on YouTube. Dan Hardy, he was the laughing stock. Stop the fight. And it's like, bro, chill out. We're here. Bro, I don't know. Sit down, Dan Hardy. I don't know if anybody told you this. We're here to watch fights. That's what people bought tickets for. That's the whole point of this. That's what all those individuals out there risked getting viruses on their laptops for when they were passing around these links. They're trying to watch some fights tonight. We are family. Oh my gosh. Cause I got all my homies with me. Dan Hardy was the laughing stock, but you gotta think why. Don't let things like this pass by so easily and forget the details. Why was he the laughing stock? Why was everybody clowning on him? Why was it so hilarious? Why was that dude so silly? Why was there so many memes about it? Why did we get so annoyed with that dude? Does anybody remember? I'll remind you. Let me give you a few seconds. Both because I want to be nice and allow you to come to the conclusion on your own, and because I have to send a text message right now. So think about it. Why was he the butt of the joke? It was because he was a weenie. A sisi lala, as they say in my parts. He went soft. That's why they said it. But you know what's funny? That's what everybody else is doing right now. You see how things change so easily. Just like the 2-division champ thing. Just like people retiring early. Everybody getting soft. For the times they are a-changing. Wait, what are the masses saying? What is the narrative right now? Cool. All I needed to hear. What am I supposed to think today? And everybody became a bunch of weenies. Every time I open up a YouTube video and I start reading the comments and I start seeing the kind of people that make up this community, it reminds me of when I'm at Save Mart and I walk by one of those little cans of those little cocktail weenies. And that's the visual illustration I have of the MMA community at large right now as a whole. And again, I'm not talking about the people in here because I know I'm talking to MMA truthers in here. But I see a bunch of little cocktail weenies saying that these fights that we just saw this weekend because the dude got a big ol' on his face and allowing that to change how we feel about fighting, that's like they created McDonald's, right? They make an amazing fast food chain. And then they decide that they're going to start serving salads there. Because maybe some fools got diabetes. Maybe some fools got some high blood pressure. Some high cholesterol. So they think we need to start sharing our nutritional menu. We need to stop supersizing. We need to suicide Ronald McDonald. Ronald McDonald didn't kill himself. When I was about 9 years old, I went to one of those concerts that had Ronald McDonald and the hamburger and the purple dude and the girl. I went to it and they were singing, "Can You Believe in Magic?" Didn't you guys go to that when you were little? I went to it. And he wasn't showing any signs whatsoever. Ronald McDonald didn't kill himself. They start serving salads. McDonald's, Jack in the Box, Carl's Jr., Wendy's, these kinds of places serving salads, serving wraps, serving water. It's bending the knee. It's bowing to the agenda. It's a bunch of weenies. The ironic thing is they don't even want you eating weenies. We keep going in this direction. I ain't even going to be able to get weenies at Wiener Schnitzel. Every time I go to Wiener Schnitzel, they ask me, like, beef? Do you want a beef one? I'm like, bro, what are you trying to give me, a tofu wiener? What do you got to ask me for? What do you think I want it to be made out of? Styrofoam? Yeah, beef. Having a UFC, having an Ultimate Fighting Championship company, $1 billion company where individuals are supposed to get together and knock each other's heads off and choke each other. And then complaining about fighter safety is like going to McDonald's to have a water and some salad. It's like finding a girl. It's like if some dude finds a chick on OnlyFans and he marries her. Complaining and crying about fighter safety is like a dude that marries an OnlyFans chick and then he's mad when she doesn't want to go to church with him on Sunday morning. What are we doing?